Good morning. This is Around the House with Kay and Tom. This morning I am just going to fix some chicken and dumplings, and I am using leftover chicken that I had cooked, and I've just cut it up in strips. It's 2 cups, and I'm going to use some chicken broth, and we're going to bring that to a boil and let it cook for just a few minutes. And I am going to use crescent rolls, and I'm going to cut up crescent rolls for my dumplings. It's going to be simple, quick, and easy. I just don't want to throw out this leftovers that I've got. So let's just get started. What we're going to do is we're going to put the chicken in a pot. We're going to just add the chicken broth, not beef broth, chicken broth. And I'm going to add 2 cups of water. So I'll have enough broth in there to cook my crescent rolls. We're going to put this on the eye of the stove and just bring it to a boil. And when that comes to a boil, we'll cut it down on simmer and we will put our dough in there. So what I'm going to do is we're going to cut up these crescent rolls. Now if you use just a little bit of flour, this is self-rising flour, you can use plain flour, whatever you've got, you just need it to be able to cut up your crescent rolls. So what we're going to do is just sprinkle it on our towel, and we're going to take the crescent rolls, and while my chicken and broth is coming to a boil, just plain crescent rolls. There we go. It's having a hard time to get it started. We're just going to roll them out. And you really might need 2 cans of this. But let's just see. We're just going to roll them out. A knife would do fine. I just happen to have a small pizza cutter. I'm just going to cut them in strips. I'm just going to lay them on this plate for the time being. It's just easier to roll out the dough if you've got a little bit of flour on it, so it doesn't stick so bad to your rolling pin. And you know, if you don't have a rolling pin, you know, you can use a glass roll, as long, you know, just coat the outside of the glass with flour. Just be careful, but a glass will do just like that rolling pin does. Put them on here, and they'll need to dry out just a little bit, not much. Doesn't take long to do this. This is Around the House with Kay and Tom. I really tried to use up all my leftovers, and this was just some leftover chicken I had, and I debated whether or not I was going to make chicken salad with it, or what could I do with it, and I just decided I would do this. It's something different. And don't forget to look at your water just every now and then. Make sure that it's boiling. You want the flavor of the chicken to get in the broth. And this is a real quick chicken and dumplings. Doesn't take a lot to do this. Doesn't take long to do this. And with the way people's time is lately, it just seems like we always rush for time to get dinner on the table. I'm just going to put just a little bit of butter. Let that be in there a little bit. Not much, maybe a teaspoonful of butter in there. Let that melt and kind of keep boiling. So my chicken's already done. So I'm going to cut it down, start simmering, and I'm just going to take my crescent rolls And anywhere you see that it's bubbling, just lay your dough right on top of that bubble. Takes just a few minutes to get this in the pot. As you can see, the bread is sort of puffing up. You can use canned biscuits with this. You can make your own dough with this. I just happen to have these crescent rolls that I wanted to use and get rid of them. And like I say, I just had this chicken I had cooked earlier, eaten all I wanted to, and just decided I needed to do something with my leftovers. I'm trying to move my dough around a little bit so I have spots that's boiling. Don't stick your hand down there where it's boiling. It's been a while since I have had chicken and dumplings. Some people put veggies in this, but I probably have my veggies just separate. I'm just going to push it down in the water. And we're going to cut it on simmer or low and let it cook for just a little bit. And where the juice will thicken up, add a little black pepper to it while it's cooking. Now this broth has got salt in it, so I won't add any salt. Get it on your plate, that's your choice, but I very seldom cook with salt. And just let it sit here and thicken up. Okay, I've had this on the stove for about 30 minutes on really low, so we're going to see what we've got. Oh, it looks very, very good. We're going to put some in our bowl, which I started, and so we're going to put some more in our bowl. And we're going to give it a taste. The dumplings come out good. Very, very tasty. This is nothing but leftover chicken. I tore it up. I put it in my pot with some chicken broth and some water. I had to add water because I didn't have enough chicken broth. And put it on the stove, brought it to a boil, cut it down and just let it simmer for a while because the chicken's already done. All I needed for it to do was get hot and the flavor get within the broth. And I took crescent rolls, just regular crescent rolls, cut them up into strips and laid them in there. When the water's boiling, lay your strips where the water is boiling up. And just do that until you get rid of all of your bread. Stir it so it won't stick. Cut it down to low and let it simmer for about 30 minutes. And you've got your meal ready. And again, this is Around the House, Kay and Tom. Please subscribe to my channel. Leave me your comments. And this is one of the simplest things you can cook. And everybody I know of likes chicken and dumplings. I hope you enjoy. And it's not wasting food. Okay, come back to see me again.